Hello subscribers, it's Carl Wild here from CJW Realty in Busselton and just coming to you with a spring market update in 2023 and what's been happening in our real estate space. This week I've noticed a couple of trends from data that has come out through the various platforms like CoreLogic, REIWA, Economist, the RBA, all of these people that are putting together data and coming up with comments. I want to look at two specific things today and just discuss them and how that's impacting our marketplace, and that is your rental vacancy rate. Now that's the first one, and the second one is just the interest rates. Now the rental vacancy data at the moment across the country, and it's still here in Busselton, is still sitting below 1%. Now traditionally we're around 3 to 2.5%, less than 1%. That means that's really tight. So now I've always said rental vacancy impacts on property growth prices. So what drives property prices up isn't really the owner occupiers. They're the byproduct. It is more so the rental data and the yield. So when vacancies are low, rents are rising, because that tightness causes a supply and demand equation, and there's imbalance in that equation. So there's an undersupply, demand is high, people compete for rent prices, it goes up, okay? And in addition, that's what pushes up property prices in your real estate sales. So that's just how the real estate market works. Now, I know the Reserve Bank has tried really hard to put the interest rates up to slow this trend down. And this week they said, oh no, well look, we're happy that inflation is easing. And that's across all sectors, not just real estate, but they're happy that it's easing. So we're not going to throw you an interest rate rise. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't going to be another one or two more. The economists are saying there could be one before Christmas or just after. They're not expecting two more, but they're saying then we'll taper for a while. They'll sit steady, see how that impacts inflation. And inflation is also part of the, inflation across everywhere, including rents, is something that is impacted by these trends. So yeah, and into next year, interest rates, where economists are saying maybe we'll see a tapering, and hopefully by the middle of next year, they'll start reversing that and taking off that mortgage pressure, off homeowners. So look, so in terms of the rent and the percentage annual change, we've still seen about a 12% growth in rent prices this year, and that, funnily enough, has impacted to about a 12 to 14% growth in sales prices over the year to date, to spring. So the rents are still going up. CPI is saying rents only gone up about 6%, but they include all rents, including rent renewals. But if we actually look at new rental agreements, where they're not renewing an old lease, they're actually putting a new lease in, which is actually calculated at market rate, then that's about 12%. So, and eventually all of those old leases are going to, the time is up, and they'll go and they'll release to someone new, and that's going to be at the market rate. So yeah, so for the year it grew at 12%. That's all I'm going to say about the rent side of things. In terms of sales, our median house price in Busselton has just gone over 648,000 to the end of August. We are waiting on the end of September figures. They will be coming out very soon. So in the near future, I will be releasing our quarterly market report. So from July to October, which is going to tell you exactly what Busselton's done this winter. I sort of already know what's happening and what it's done, but I'm not going to release any secrets just yet. Wait for that data, and that table will come out, and your suburb in the Busselton Dunsborough area will be in there with the specific figures. So look for that. I hope you're enjoying your lovely spring weather that we're getting here at the moment. A little bit more rain would be nice for our local farmers, unless they're cutting hay, of course. But you know, a little bit more rain towards the end of the year. We always get it heading into December, January, where we don't get much at all. So, all right, guys. Any other questions, or if you're looking for specific real estate insights, please give myself or one of our team members a call here at CJW Realty. And remember, see us if you need to sell.